Past 3 years or so, I've been going to a new church because I left my church job. And when you do that, you kind of disappear for a while. And so I joined another church, which is mostly an African American queer community in my denomination. It's a really wonderful place. It's not too far from me in Oakland, but like just a few months after I joined, less than a year, the pandemic happened. So we've gone online, and um, they've had a few in-person services, but not too many. And I've only been back to the building, I think, once in the past 3 years. Because I'm ordained, I am Pastor Phil. I was never Pastor Phil anyplace else. But in that community, if you're ordained, you're part of that club, and you probably have some responsibilities. When I know the story about how I got ordained, that's another whole story. That's like a story. It's like a but I got ordained like at the end of my church job in Berkeley, which is weird. But I kind of made two promises out of that ordination. One was that I would go to church. That seems like a no-brainer. Like I probably should if and the second was that I would continue to kind of look at, how I was supposed to use my gifts in the church. I didn't really know what shape that would take. And I didn't really think I was headed toward another church job. I'd done that, and I'm at the place I was at the age, at that point I was 67 or 68, where it wasn't like I was going to start another career. Not another career, no. But I did feel that kind of responsibility to think, well, how can I be of service? How can I do? So anyway, I've not done a ton of stuff at my new church, but I have been involved in being involved in worship every now and again on the online services. And I'm preaching on Sunday.
Mhm.
So and I always have lots of interesting and profound thoughts, and just so much wisdom to share. And about this, and I'm not going to write it down because I preach without notes, and so I have to kind of convince myself that I know sort of more or less what I'm gonna blah blah blah. But I always get to a place like, a couple 3 days before, about this time, where I say, oh, those ideas are crap. You have nothing to say to this community. I hope I get over that, because regardless of how I feel about it, I'm still gonna have to do it.
Mhm.
So I turned in my sermon title, and I turned in the readings I was going to use, and then I thought, oh man, is that the right sermon? But actually, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, because it's kind of another opportunity to perform it, which is kind of fun. And it's always, dogs get to a place where you can say, you are going to listen to me for a little while, and I get to just say what I want to see. That's got its own charm. But it is a responsibility. And it is something that I'm going to have to think about. This is the best part about not writing your sermons down. You can just think about it in the odd hours. You don't have to find time to sit down and write it. That's the best thing. I have saved so much time not writing down sermons. I would recommend it to everyone. We'll see. We'll see if I can fulfill my responsibilities to my ordination, and to my community, and to my denomination, and to the entire Christian world from now through eternity and back again.